people think of firewalls, they usually think about little boxes with flashing lights in a network closet that are supposed to protect you from intrusions. So perhaps when I use the term human firewall, it may throw you off a bit. The human firewall consists of people on your team who are acting in ways that contribute, rather than diminish, your organization's security risk. We believe the human firewall is as important as any other security tool protecting your business. A strong human firewall acts in concert with your technical security tools by making good decisions and acting responsibly while using technology and interacting with sensitive data. Let's go over a few key things you can do to help create a strong human firewall within your business. Education and training. There's a sense of disbelief that someone could have fallen for an email attachment that turned out to be ransomware. But should we really be surprised? Most security incidents these days start with actions taken by the end user, such as clicking on an attachment containing malware or inadvertently volunteering sensitive information to a hacker. The reality is that these techniques for starting cyber attacks are effective precisely because many people still lack the core knowledge of how to recognize common threats. You can't assume that when someone joins your organization or even appears to be technology savvy, that they know how to avoid phishing, ransomware, and other attacks. We all have blind spots, and the security landscape is always changing. Occasional reminders and routine education sessions are required. Make sure that you have an instructional program in place to ensure that your team is getting regular security awareness training and understands the threats that they will face regularly. Personal devices. For many businesses, employees have some mix of company-owned and personally owned devices. Personal smartphones in particular are used quite often for company work. There are many benefits to being able to access your work email on your personal smartphone, but doing it in the wrong way creates an element of risk that could create cracks in your human firewall. Make sure that staff knows what the rules of engagement are when using a personal device to access company information. These devices can't be left unattended or have limited security on them when the security risk could lead to a potential breach of your business. Mobile device management tools can help protect both the privacy of the individual and the security concerns of the organization. One way or another, you must account for all devices touching sensitive data, no matter who owns it. Policies and processes. Does everyone on your staff know what data is sensitive? Do they understand the consequences to the business if the data is breached? Is everyone following the same processes when it comes to handling and sharing sensitive information? In many organizations, the answer is no. While you want to give people the freedom to work in ways that are most productive for them, you need to have processes that align with your security and risk management goals. Establish acceptable use rules for technology and what staff are expected to do when, for instance, a third party asks them to do something out of the ordinary. But remember, technology policies are only effective if you document and communicate what is expected to staff. If you don't establish these shared processes, you can't build technical security around how people work, and your human firewall will start to crumble. Your people can either be your greatest asset or your weakest link when it comes to your security posture. No amount of expense on technology tools can protect an organization whose staff doesn't care about the consequences of a cyber attack. Making a consistent effort to strengthen your human firewall is the best investment you can make to fortifying your defenses. For more information on the types of IT policies that every organization needs, and to learn more about implementing a security awareness program, check out my blog at www.dpsolutions.com/blog. Thanks so much for watching this video. And until next time, stay vigilant, my friends.